You jerk off? How many times a week?
Three, four times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. I myself, I jerk off at least twice a day. I want to. That's not why I do it. I do it because I need to. Think about it. You gotta feed the geese to keep the blood flowing. I keep the rhythm below the belt.
Done.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Martin here. I'm obviously certified to talk about this, alright? I've done my own experimenting with NoFap. I've gone through several cycles, went cold turkey with a lot of other self-development phases. This is a channel where we talk all things from life, personal development, and other topics along those lines to move the needle and really make progress to become a better you. And of course, before striving to become better, there's always that starting point that was ugly, lost, and dumb. And I post story times about those days as well in my channel, so it's all real and transparent here. So if you're interested in the idea of life improvement and you want someone that you can talk about it with, and as well as have a few laughs here and there, subscribe to the channel. Let's become friends. I'd love to connect. So with that out of the way, I do understand the NoFap community are complete savages. So yeah, I was kidding of the whole certified thing. But here's a mistake about NoFap. Don't get me wrong, I completely support the idea of not watching porn because of what it does to you psychologically. That's actually why I've gotten into NoFap myself. And I have discovered a couple nuances that I believe, if I haven't gone through semen retention, I would have never learned otherwise, right? So trust me when I say this, I fully support the whole notion of NoFap and holding your seed. But these are choices. Let me say something. Some parts of what the fully dedicated individuals of NoFap are saying is complete and utter pseudoscience. Like, it's not an end-all be-all, and that's one thing about what the NoFap community is saying. Sure, I'm generalizing a bit, but the idea of this one-sided life thing, like, oh, you're so different and it's all because of holding your seed. And that's like creating a fantasy for people on what it's supposed to be. Like, holding your seed is the missing piece to your puzzle, which is very opposite from a human evolution standpoint because we're supposed to be procreating. And sure, I see the benefits of NoFap. You can't negate the benefits of it. It kind of brainwashes people to stop getting addicted to adult videos and whatnot, so they can pursue that extra 30 minutes or longer of their day dedicated to something actually meaningful. I think that's the good thing. But it's not real. The only real thing that really goes on in NoFap and semen retention, and by the way, please correct me if you think I'm wrong, is that it makes you more disciplined, and it orients you in a way to not escape into watching porn whenever you're bored, right? It teaches the mind not to be this hostile monkey jumping around and creating chaos and falling prey to instant gratification. We all just want the reward right away, with the least amount of resistance. Most of modern life are diseases of abundance. There's too much of everything, period. There's too much food in the system, we don't have to hunt and gather anymore. There's too much entertainment, we have our phone in one hand, in front of us is our laptop, and you can look over a feet away, there's a television screen. So, the way to survive in society is to turn off the noise. There's too much society everywhere you go. Society in your phone, society in your pocket, society in your ears. You're being socialized right now by listening to this. Everyone is trying to program everybody. So the solution is to turn it off. This is more of a discipline thing more than anything, really, is how I think about it. And when one pillar of your discipline falls apart, all the other pillars fall with it. When you crack a little bit, you crack a lot. It's like when you get a cut in your body and you're bleeding all over the place, and you need to go have surgery. One single stitch won't fix it. Multiple stitches would have to do the job to get it fixed. In other words, NoFap isn't the one thing that will help you. There's multiple threads, multiple layers in improvement in other areas if you want a drastic change. Now, I've been sort of speaking in a macro sense on life, but back to the topic of NoFap itself. There's good and bad. And here's where I sort of want to ask for your personal opinion. I think this would be a fun discussion down in the comments, so what are the pros and cons for you? I'd always love to know. Like, what do you guys think about it? There certainly is good and bad. The good thing is, sex will be more pleasurable, but the bad thing is, it'll be way more desirable. And when it comes to relationships, I heard this funny advice of release your seed before you go on a first date, and that will make a tell if you actually like the girl or not, which is quite funny, but in the science of what goes on in the body, it makes sense. Testosterone goes down, and you won't really have that sexual drive. You get more personal and intimate, or innocent rather, in the interaction instead of thinking of which hotel to go to afterwards, right? The latter choice is up to you, but when that natural buildup happens, it makes people more easily aroused, makes people more concentrating on sex, and that can put you out of balance too. The body needs a balance. You don't want to just be horny all the time, because when you're horny, you make bad decisions. I know a few people that would date someone just for sex. So, all in all, my thing is every guy needs to go through a semen retention phase at least for 2 months long. More power to you if you can go longer, but go for it, just so you can know you can get rid of that escapism if you deliberately choose to. If you have no purpose for it or no plan, then there's really no point. But don't just limit this to nofap. Do this with all your quote unquote bad habits. Do this for eating fast food. Do this for playing that one video game you keep on playing. Do this on smoking or alcohol. I think anything that's spiritual, anything like religion or anything you follow, will teach you over time that you are more than just your mind. You're more than just your habits. You're more than just your preferences. You're a level of awareness. You're a body. And, modern humans, we don't live enough in our body. We don't live enough in our awareness. We live too much in this internal monologue in our heads, all of which, by the way, is just programmed into you by society and by the environment. All these cues that we take from our surroundings on what's easily available to us. So, do I think fapping is fine? I think it's natural. So, yes, nobody should tell you how to live. But personally, I don't think you should be doing it a lot. Like, come on now. 30 minutes of your day dedicated on something meaningful goes a long way. Like, to an old person, it would mean anything to have more time. So, what are you doing with your time? Like I said, this is just a discipline thing, if anything. To me, at least. We all have needs. Needs to let it out sometimes. And I think if you're aware of what porn does to your brain and how the porn industry's true intention really is to get you hooked on their videos, and if you deliberately have control over your mind on what to do and what not to do, then you've won. I equate this conversation to alcoholism. We've been in a very deep understanding into alcohol culture that now we talk about it, it is a disease. And for some people, there's a certain way to be dealt with. But however, the majority of people are capable of finding their balance. The question would be rather, is there a way to release that energy in any other way other than to release your seed, right? That's a question. What do you guys think? Drop down a comment if you made it this far out of the video. Let me know what other topics you want to see more of next. And this came to me so randomly, but just a personal story here. It literally came across my mind as we were talking during the middle of that video, but I was introduced to videos, that start with a P and end with a hub at a ridiculously young age. And so I got caught watching it the very first time I ever watched an adult video. And I think it's a really funny story, so let me know if you want to hear about that. I think it will be a really fun one. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace and love.
The repairs you were subjected to made you divergent. You no longer function like a ghost runner is supposed to. But we'll change that.
Who repaired me?